diamonds, rubies, all of those things you can think of. That's what he needed. Jamaica don't have that to offer. We only have friendly people, great weather, good beach, good food. We don't have gold and those stuff. However, that got him very upset. All he had to do when he found out that the wealth wasn't here was to board back the boat he came on with the people he came with and keep on his journey. But he did not, because he realized they were so humble, easygoing, calm, relaxed, and welcoming. He used their kindness against them, started ordering them around to plant stuff and give it to him. And they did, because they were afraid. He had swords and guns and horses and bloodhound dogs and all those things they came with, so they were afraid. The men worked as hard as they could. Some of them died from harsh labor, heat stroke from the sun. Females were taken from their families, raped. After being raped, some of them committed suicide, some were killed. If they fight back, they were killed. Babies, once you were male, once you're born, you were killed immediately. And most of the girl babies, of course, some of them were dropped over cliffs. However, many of them also died from yellow fever at that time. It was yellow fever. So there was 50 years, approximately 50 years after the first voyage of the Spaniards to the island, the entire race was completely wiped out. We call that a genocide. So today there's not even one Taino living on the island. Race is completely wiped out. Now the Spaniards left in the early 15th century, went to West Africa, purchased persons, brought them here, introduced slavery and sugarcane. That was where it started, early 15th century. The Spaniards ruled the island for 161 years. So Jamaica was a Spanish country. Spanish was the main language at the time. However, it was called Jamaica. It's called Jamaica the same way. When the British came in 1654, they changed that to Jamaica. The Jamaica meaning the same thing, a land of food and water. Now we gained independence on August 6, 1962. When we gained our independence, the Jamaican flag was flown for the first time. Colors black, green, and gold. Only flag in the world that does not have red, white, or blue in it. The black represents the hardship of the country, the hardship of the people, the green for the land, and the gold represents the sunshine. So that's how it is. However, the Rastafarians, they add red to the flag color, and the red represents the blood that was spilled for the freedom of the country. There was a war before slavery was abolished, and that war lasted for 8 years, from 1830 to 1838. That was when the African slaves burned the sugarcane plantations. Now we had over 200 sugarcane farms, and when the Africans burned those plantations, we just have about 5 remaining. Yes. So after sugarcane went down, then tourism took over, and now tourism is the main source of income on the island. So that's how it is. So all those people came in through tourism, and many of them fell in love like Stella. Have you ever heard about the movie How Stella Got Her Groove Back? How Stella Got Her Groove Back was a Jamaican film. It's a lady who was born overseas. Of course, she had a business in the States and wealthy enough. However, when she was up in her 40s, late 40s, going 50, business went bad for her. And through frustration, she needed a break, so she came to Jamaica. She stayed at the Round Hill Resort and Cottages, and that is where Oprah Winfrey has a cottage. Ralph Lauren too, and John Clark, so it's a very posh place. So she stayed there for about 2 weeks, and she was about 48, and she fell in love with a Jamaican, we say stallion, because the young man was about 22 years old, and she was about 48, almost 50 years old. She fell in love with the gardener there, and that's where they say she got her groove back. So you know where she lost it?
Yeah, she gave it Winston.
She gave it to Winston?
Yeah.
So what happened is that ever since that we have something going on in Jamaica we call the Stella movement. Men and women coming from all over, coming to Jamaica to find their lucky charm, and they've never gone back disappointed. So my fluffy divas, careful now. They might just go back with a husband. And warmer. There's only one inclusive hotel on this side of the island, and it is Sandals South Coast. All Sandals hotels across the Caribbean is owned and operated by a Jamaican. His name is Gordon Butch Stewart. He also owned the beaches and the Grand Pineapples. So that's how it is. Sandals is the only hotel across Jamaica that is not a tip-free hotel. So we do not recommend the Sandals Hotel at all. They're taking the children out of high school, 17 years old. If you're poor and you can't afford college or university, and your parents can't afford to send you through college or university, you can't afford a loan either, and you need to get a job. And the Spanish hotels said that you need experience. Sandals take you at 17. They said that they're taking you for training, but you're working for 6 months without pay. 1 meal for the day, 10 hours for the day. My experience, I've been through it. That was the only way to get me into tourism. So 6 months, free labor, 10 hours every day, 1 meal. And then at the end of 6 months, they give you a certificate that says you have worked at Sandals for 6 months and you're certified for the tourism industry. Then I started out as a bartender. The only time you get a call if there's a farmer cow stuck in the marsh land or something going on that is not crime-wise. Most times you pop up at a police station, it's so busy. However, here in Black River, coming here on a late night, they might be sleeping. Nothing to do. So you're paid to live easy. So that's how it is. Get your cameras and cell phone in hand when we get to the stop. I'll point you to the restroom. After the restroom, boat ride. After your boat ride, lunch. As soon as you're done eating, we board bus and head up to the waterfalls. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are here. We make a park and then you can step out fast with me. Point into the restroom. After the restroom, straight to the boat ride.
Yeah? I won't. I'll try not to anyway. Fluffy Diva. Wow, Fluffy is so yes. Oh, we're on the Cool Runnings boat.
I got the
Huh? We're on the Cool Runnings boat.
Yep.
Oh, I thought it was going to fall off that then. So we haven't even left the dock yet, and there's already a crocodile swimming towards us.
Guys, hello, too much on that side, don't tip over. Are you all great swimmers? No. Please don't leave too much on that side. Don't tip over now, come on. It's like, I'm not having it today. You know what I think? Oh, alright. Can you see it in there? You can smell the fresh air. All the way over there. It's kind of like you, it's probably a little brother or something. You see that? Yeah.
How amazing is that?
Hey guys, remember not too much of that.
Yeah, don't be so
over, okay? And just put your hand in the water and do like this. Splash.
This morning we'll be going approximately 2.5 miles upstream and back, where I'm hoping to show you guys various vegetation, some of the beautiful birds, and if we're lucky, we'll see some more crocodiles. To my left, these are the canoes that they use and go out into the Caribbean Sea to catch fishes. And the river and the sea meets just a little below the bridge down the bottom there. That's where the river meets the sea. Come, come, come. Go, go, go.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Go, 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 go.
Look, another one's coming up. How cool is that, Aiden? Yeah, I know it is.
Please don't try that one at home. I'm the only one on this river that truly kisses and crocodiles.
Yeah.
That's Patricia. That's Dwayne over there.
Dwayne.
Here we have the cattle, the snowy, and also the great egret. The cattle egret is the bird that has yellow beak and yellow feet. The snowy egret is snow white, have black beak, black feet, and yellow toes. Then they have the great egret, which is the big white bird with yellow beak, black feet, and a long, elegant neck. Go, go, go.
Wow. I literally can't believe he's laying on the floor. This is crazy. Oh my god.
Go, go, go. Go, go. Lazy. He doesn't want to come over anymore. But she'll take my chicken. But no more touch, no more chicken. River was the first town in Jamaica that got electricity and telephone and racehorse and also an automobile. We also got electricity here in Black River before New York City. That's out by Waterloo Guest House. And we also have running water here in Jamaica before New York City, but that is over in Falmouth in Trelawney. We got electricity here in Black River in 1883. We got telephone here 1900. Okay? Wow.
It's coming back.
Sweet. Not going back over there. You see, back in the olden days, along the water hyacinth was a main feeding area for the sea cow, like the manatees, but we haven't got them inside here anymore. Now along the water hyacinth is a main roosting and nesting area for shrimps and crayfish. So inside there is where we got set a shrimp trap to catch the shrimp. Crocodiles also have little over twice the amount of feet that a human has. We have 32, they have 68. The crocodile tongue is rooted to the bottom jaw, so they don't chew, they only cut and swallow, or catch and swallow. Hey, everybody come over because the bigger boy the less that they do. Go.
Stay over that side, please. Feel the sun coming down. Why not?
please don't try that one at home, alright? Why I don't drink this water right now is because the crocodiles, they pee inside the river here. So in order for me to drink this water, I would have to boil it in order to purify the water first. Alright? We also have a lot of different species of fishes inside here. We have fishes such as snook, tarpon, perch, mullet, carp, snappers, sometimes even young barracudas and others. Okay? Olden days, our foreparents normally strip the bark of these trees, boil it, and get a rich red colored dye from it. That's the straw dye. That's what they normally use to paint the wooden floor with the wax. Then they get in dry coconut, cut it, made a brush out of it to give it a nice sheen. Along the roots of these mangrove trees, it's a natural nursery. It's a breeding ground for fish and crabs. Over 20 feet in depth. I call that tree the pipe organ tree or the Rasta mangrove. And there's some little green plants to my right on the trees there, look just like some snakes. That's a species of cactus. Here we call it on the ground because it can only grow in trees and rocks. If it goes into the soil, it's gonna die. And that's a parasitic plant, alright? Well, here's where we normally find Tom, Jerry, and Josephine, but I haven't seen any of those three. Okay everyone, as you all can see that now we're coming to the end of our tour. It is truly indeed a pleasure having you all here with me this morning. But I just want to take the time out just to thank you all for coming into your beautiful island of Jamaica. I really do hope that you all found this trip relaxing and very informative. I hope you all enjoyed it and enjoy the rest of your time here. But if you guys want to show your appreciation towards your Crocodile Dundee captain while leaving a tip with him, no problem, you can do so. It will be highly appreciated. I also wish for each and every one of you a happy and peaceful and safe flight back home. Thanks to you all again for coming, and may the good Lord go with you all. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We've just done the Black River tour.
You do that all the time, and I'm like...
We've we've just finished doing the Black River tour, and Elbow is in the way, and we are just in the queue to go and have some lunch, because lunch is included in this excursion. So we're now just going to go and see what they got. Most probably jerk chicken, let's be honest.
Probably.
Elbow.
We're in Jamaica.
So there is rice and peas, chicken, beef, and salad, I believe.
And elbow.
And elbow. Dinner is here. So it's beef, chicken, peas and rice and peas, salad and truffle juice.